gave her no hold your chain up. Don't got no chain on the watch, throw the gang up. Shoot on the range up. I'm at the range when I'm drunk when it's dark.
Peace and blessings, family. 3NB9. Welcome to the community. If you're new, welcome to the community. Make sure you like and subscribe right now. Got a little bit of salad on my shirt. I just ate my salad. I just got off work. You know, I just came from the mountains. I just came from New Mexico. Doing some work in New Mexico. Now I'm in Colorado. I got a little downtime, so I gotta just speak because my vibration has just changed. Yeah. What I'm going to speak about today is getting away from the devil. How the devil, I'm just going to speak about myself. I'm not in a position to give advice to other people or what to do with their life. I'm only in a position to speak about what I'm doing, and you'll see it working for me, and you make the decision if you would like to do it for yourself or not. First thing, it's already just off the top of the dome. Like I make music off the top of the dome. It's a spirit in me. So let's start with this. The devil, how to get away from the devil? Through religion, through our practices, through our beliefs, and through our actions. I haven't really spoke about God much because I've been waiting to get closer to God, and I'm starting to realize that that's the devil. I'll never be as close to God as I could be. There's always something more I could do. And if I don't start speaking to God, I'm distancing myself from God right now. There's no perfect relationship with God. There's no perfect relationship with self. You have to always be getting better in your relationship with God and in yourself. There's thoughts that we think, and it's the devil. Like I just said, I was waiting to have a closer relationship with God to speak about God and to put that out. But you put out what you attract, what you are, what you attract. So if I keep saying I'm not closer with God as I want to be, I'm attracting people that's not as close with God as they want to be. I'm attracting situations that aren't as close with God. As a man says, he becomes. So I'm a Muslim, right? This year I'm just purely focusing on my deen. I'm going to the Al-Kaaba this year, right? I'm doing Ramadan down to the bone this year. That's my commitment to God. I'm doing Ramadan to the bone this year. We're going to Al-Kaaba this year. I'm working on my deen. I'm working on my prayer. I'm working on my salat, right? Like religiously, religiously, I'm working on this because I realize that these are things that are holding me back. But when I fail to achieve these goals, when I don't pray 5 times a day, I work 12-hour shifts. We're in the middle of the woods. I don't have cell service for half of the day. I don't have a way to make sure I'm praying. I don't beat myself up for it anymore. I don't take things as fails and losses. Again, this is the next step. I'm going to break it down to religion, start with that, and then we're going to go into more life things that I'm realizing. You stop telling yourself that things is failure and success. You stop looking at things from a failure and success level. You stop looking at things as right and wrong. You start looking at things as alignment. Is this aligned? Am I aligned with my goals? Am I aligned with what I want? Am I aligned with the feeling I wish to feel? If I'm not, then you just get in alignment. There is no failure. There is no success. It is all a process. It's all a process. And it's the devil. The devil is the devil is those failures and successes. Half the time we have no control over these failures and successes. So if you were judging your progress off of these things that you do not have control over, it's the devil. It makes me feel like I'm doing worse than I really am. I stop looking at all of these things that I've overcome, all of these things that I continue to do great, all of these things that I continue to just change and just bring things to me, right? So that's another thing. Failure and success. You stop looking at things from a failure and success, right and wrong. You just look at everything in a way of alignment, right? I got music coming. One day, I left school. When I was in school, and my mind was just clouded. My mind wasn't right. When I came out to Utah to visit my brother, he went out on his role for his job. He put me onto this job. Shout out to my brother. Shout out to Simba. Shout out my brother. He put me onto this job. And when he was gone, one day I just started recording. And it was the best music I've ever made in my life started coming out because I realized that I was closer to home. I'm closer to my roots. I'm not back where I grew up. I never been to Utah, but I started thinking about home. My whole vision started being of the future and these things that running from me and just back to myself. Alignment. I started becoming more aligned. The music just changed. I have music videos coming. Now I'm in a better financial position. Bro, everything is coming. But it's because I stopped looking at everything from a failure, success, right, wrong. I started looking at things as alignment. Alignment is all you need to be worried about. When you have a goal, you don't look at a setback as a failure. You look at a setback as you're just a little bit out of alignment of what you want to do, and you get back in alignment. And whatever situation came that brought you out of alignment, you avoid that at all costs. You run from it. It's like lust. You don't fight it. You can't beat it. You just run from it. And if you can't run from it, you don't beat yourself up for it. You just tell yourself, I'm not in alignment. This is not going to bring me where I want to go. I'm the one. I'm the dude. I moved. I haven't got a haircut for months. I don't care about that right now. It's not my purpose. This is not the point of my life. Isn't to look pretty. I'm in grind mode, bro. That's how you gotta shine on these hoes, bro. You gotta grind on these hoes. You gotta shine on these hoes, bro. You gotta eat on these niggas, bro. I went down to Georgia and I wasn't getting haircuts. I'm at school. He was telling me to cut my locks, do this, do that. Watch me be a millionaire. Get a haircut whatever I want. Do whatever I want with my hair. That's not my goal. That's not my focus right now. It's this. Who am I? Who am I? What am I? It's way more important to me than what I appear to be. And the next thing I want to talk about is just these negative thoughts, because I struggle with these negative thoughts. I struggle with negative thoughts. I struggle with negative self-talk. Go back to, it's just introspection. It's reflection, you know. If you aren't doing introspection, if you aren't having reflection, like taking time to yourself, just be still. Sit with your ugly ass self. Look in the mirror maybe. Look at yourself in the mirror, right? Sometimes I just gotta look at myself in the mirror. Sometimes I just gotta sit in the dark with myself. Sometimes I just gotta sit alone with myself and just sit. I gotta be still. And a thought will pop up in my head, a negative thought, out of nowhere. I'm like, yo. So when you're not inviting these thoughts, you start fighting these thoughts. When you are in introspection, when you're not in introspection, you are rejecting yourself. When you are not in introspection of the why am I not thinking positively, you're rejecting thinking positively. Introspection, right? Reflection or rejection, right? So, and projection. Rejection and projection are these two, one in the same category, where if you're not thinking about why, and how do I get out of this, you will project these thoughts onto yourself, and you are rejecting this alignment that you wish to achieve. So a way that I've stopped thinking negatively to myself is to stop judging myself, to stop judging other people, to avoid any negative content, to just avoid it. And it's easy. And once you start avoiding it, you start to see it differently. How you think becomes how you feel becomes an emotion, an emotion becomes a vibration, that vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. So that's deeper than it might sound. How you think becomes how you feel becomes an emotion, that emotion becomes a vibration, that vibration becomes a magnet. That magnet will attract or pull or push things from you. So how you think will change everything. A way to stop thinking these negative thoughts is to decide you don't want to think these negative thoughts, and you have to challenge these negative thoughts. So when I think something negative, I can't do this, I say, yeah, you're right, you can't do it. Why? Watch me do it. I'm gonna do it. Fuck you, I'm gonna do it. When I think you're not good enough, I think, yeah, I'm not good enough. You're right, I'm not good enough. If I'm not good enough, so fuck you, I'm good enough. I'm going to be good enough. I am good enough. I'm going to prove to myself I am good enough. And that's just how you gotta start rolling. And when you start training your mind for every negative thought, and I haven't done this yet, I'm practicing this. For every negative thought, I think 5 positive thoughts. I've heard 100 positive thoughts. I don't have time to say 100 positive thoughts, which is, again, the devil. It's me. So I will gradually and working myself up. For every negative thought, I think 5 positive thoughts. And then I will think 10 and 15 and then 25 and 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, right? But the fact that I even think that I don't have time to think 100 positive thoughts is exactly what I'm trying to say to get away from. So it's just for y'all to watch, bro. Like, be very aware. Stop taking everything for service value. I remember in just relationships I was in and friendships, and when you call something out, people will always try to tell you it's not that deep. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. Bro, everything is that deep. It's all that deep. It's all that deep. Everything is deep. We live in a multi-dimensional world. We live in a come on, everything is deep. We're this far into understanding the world that we live in the universe, in the relationship between God and spirit, and God and thought and soul. in the reflection of the world around us. So everything is that deep. You need to be very aware. We need to be aggressive. We need to be defensive. Very defensive. We need to fight against these powers. We need to fight against this white supremacy. We need to fight against this institutional racism. We need to be on defense. And as offense is striving to become better, and we need to be very defensive against all of these things pushing against us. Once I started to do this, bro, it's just, my life has just changed. I'm not who I was. I don't think, bro, I'm a millionaire. You don't act like what you are. You don't act like what you want to be. I don't act like I want to be a millionaire. I realize I already am a millionaire and I act like it. I'll say it again. I don't act like I am a millionaire. I don't act as if. That's bullshit. I don't act as if I'm a millionaire. I don't act as if I'm successful. I already am successful. I already am a millionaire. So I act like it. You only become this by changing the way that you think, the thoughts that you think. I was taught to hate myself, man. Aggressively. In an aggressive system as a child, I was taught to hate myself. Those thoughts still linger in my head. Subconsciously, I still behave in ways that I behaved as a child. There's no excuse. I'm 22. There's no excuse at all. So I go back in my mind and I think, where does this stem from? And I kill it. The little demon, the trial in my life, I kill it every time. There's no surviving. There's no way for these thoughts to survive. There's no way for this negativity to survive around me. I'm a positive, bright, magical, majestic, magnetic force. There's no way for anything that I don't want to survive around me. So I need to make a conscious decision, that I made a conscious and subconscious decision to kill it off. And I hope that you, as you watch me, because the video is at 10 minutes and I don't want to make any videos past 12 minutes just to keep engagement and so you can understand, get right to the point. When you watch me, because you know it takes one good year to change your life, bro. Start that time like a couple months ago. Be going up. There's no going back. It's nothing, bro. Nothing will derail me. Inshallah, nothing will derail me. I'm already a millionaire and I'm acting like it. See? So in this time of 12 months and you see me just start to elevate, I hope that you are inspired. I hope you start to understand you have the same tools, you have the same mind, you have the same everything that I have. I hope that you don't feel a sense of entitlement. I hope that you don't feel a sense of resentment and jealousy, and elevate. We're here to elevate. This community is here to elevate. That's all we do. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay blessed. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you.
All of this money, mommy keep coming. Stack of the drip, stack of the throw out the hundreds. You can't even know who your chain up. Don't got no chain up, no watch, throw the gang up. Shoot on the range up. I'm at the range when I'm drunk, when it's dark.